ounces. He only has 4 fish. This is going to be close. Looking for 8 pounds, 5 ounces. Looking for 8.5. He's got 4 fish. 1 short of the limit. 11 pounds, 8 ounces. Cliff Pace has done it. Game Pace, Cliff Pace sets the pace and is your 2013 Bassmaster Classic champion. Get on your feet. Dreams do come true.
And the particular creeks that you fished during this classic?
Yeah, I bounced around a bunch, and I'm not sure what the names of a lot of them are. I fished, I know, in Drowning, as well as in Horse, and in some of the little smaller creeks and coves and stuff located between Drowning and the dam. And then some as well on above Horse, between Horse and Shangri-La, some of the little no-name coves. I bounced around a great deal. You know, I was fishing a pattern more so than a specific spot. The pattern for me here was I was fishing the very first thing that I think would be a staging area. I was fishing the very first area inside, you know, inside of any pocket that was off of Major Creek or off of the main lake itself. And I was fishing the inside sections of it where there's fish migrating off the main lake throughout the winter, coming in there and staging. You know, those fish don't like to be out there in that current. The main lake was actually a little colder than what the pockets were this week, water temperature wise, and they've migrated inside the edges of that stuff just to get away, but they don't really want to be way back in the back yet, like where they're going to spawn. So I was fishing that little, what you would call the in-between part. When I first came out here my first year, we fished back then, we fished all the tournaments were early in the year, like we start in January and end in March. And we'd work our way from the south to the north. So just about every tournament was a pre-spawn tournament. And I did so bad because I had never been faced with that. I was going around the bank throwing a spinnerbait thinking I could catch them like I did at home. And after that season was over, I decided that if I was going to pursue this as a career really seriously, that I was going to have to get better at fishing, you know, these colder waters. The water temperature where I live never gets this cold. So I spent 2 winters fishing a tremendous amount. I didn't do anything else from off season to fish. I would travel. I used to go over to Lake Lanier and stuff and fish until I got comfortable fishing deep and fishing cold water. And all that, you know, over the years has played into what happened this week. As far as the specifics of the bait, the only alteration I made to the jig was I trimmed the weed guard. When these fish are biting real funny like this, I don't want very many strands of fiber in my jig. I cut a few out of the front of the weed guard, and I cut it where if you lay your scissors across the top of the hook, I go up about a 1/16 of an inch and cut it on that angle. And you know, when these fish are deep, especially when a big one bites that jig, and you set the hook, you really don't need much weed guard there, or you won't hook them. The trailer I was using is a V&M twin tail trailer. It's just a 4-inch twin tail grub, and it's in green pumpkin color. And I was dyeing the ends of the trailer with orange dye. And I don't know what it is about this lake and orange, but they seem to like it. And the water color, if the water color would have been clear, I probably would have just left it alone. But I think in that stained water, that orange on the tail of it really did give me a few more bites for 3 days' time.